Hello and welcome back to the Broken Doll. This is Tammy here, showing you the last remnants of what I found in Janet's box she sent me. This is my 8th time making this video. I just keep goofing it up. Alright, this here is a doll collector's record keeper book, and in this book you would put your picture, all the information about the doll, if you restored the doll, if you did not restore the doll, how much you paid for the doll. You could put in who last owned it. For me, the only time I would put in ownership of like who owned the doll last would be if it came from a family. And if it came from a family, I'm really big on it. A lot of the times, not all, but a lot of the times my dolls come from estate sales, where the family just wants to get rid of the doll. I don't know where it's coming from, or it comes from a market that they go to, and they on a Saturday, and they pick up dolls really cheap, and then they sell them, which is great. That's their bit. That they're in a business, and they're making a business there. But for me, who I don't have the ability to find those things, this helps me out to find dolls that I've been looking for. So they find the dolls and I can buy them, and they make a little profit off their dolls, which is great, because again, we come back, it's business, and which is, you know, not a problem. But anyway, I'm going someplace where I don't want to go. Anyways, so what you can put, so I won't put in where if it was a lot of times I know that, a lot of times I don't. Sometimes they'll say this was my mother's, and if that's the case, then I write that down, the lady's name, where it came from in the city, the town, because that's important for me to, if I pass that doll on and say, look, this doll came from here. It belonged to a mother. The daughter was selling it. She was not into dolls, but she wanted to put this doll to go to somebody who was going to prize the doll. I have a doll here that I want to restore that came from a young girl, sent it to me. It was her grandmother's, and she didn't want the doll, but I have it. I told her I was going to restore it. I am going to be, just don't know when. But like I said, I got a mountain of them, but it's coming up here. I got all the dolls up in the attic, and more so. But it does go in my pile to be restored. And so anyways, those are things that I like to know. It came right from my grandmother, you know. And even if I don't know the name of the grandmother, that's fine. I myself, when I buy a doll from somebody, I'm more, I would have to say, more apt to remember that came from my grandmother than a marketplace or an estate. That doesn't faze me at all. It doesn't fizz me. What fizzes me and makes my world rock a little bit is knowing that this was it came from a grandmother. I don't know. It touches me more. You know, a family selling an heirloom like that, I understand if you're not into dolls, they probably kept other things of hers that they were into. But sometimes dolls just don't click within the family, and they'll go, you know what, we can give up the doll, and so they do. But we're not going to give this up of hers, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. But for some reason, if it comes from within a family, I have a gown here that I bought, and the family said this belonged to my grandmother, my great-grandmother, I think it was. Yeah, I got the letter. The great-grandmother embroidered this back in 1919, I think it was, for the baby to come that was born in 1920. And I have it on one of my dolls right now, and they embroidered this waiting for the baby to be born. Now, here's my personal thoughts on that. I don't know why you got rid of it. Personally, I could never, but they did. And they wanted to know who it was going to. They were really wanting to know, and I said, I'm an antique doll collector. This is going to go on an antique doll of mine. That's where it's going to go. Oh, they found that a delight. I said, it'll be shown many times. I said, watch my video and you'll see it, me opening it up and putting it on a doll that my husband gave it to me. Gave to me for Valentine's Day. It was my Valentine's Day baby who showed it first, and still does. I think she's still wearing that dress, or was anyways, and I periodically put it on my Valentine's Day baby, which I restored this year. And the thing is that they just loved it, that it was being shown in a video, and it was going to be prized by somebody who was going to love it, you know. And they had no problem with that. They thought that was wonderful. It wasn't just going to go into a store, hopefully somebody would buy it. It wasn't that at all. They loved that it went to a family, and they loved that it went to a family, and I loved it came from a family. So that meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to them. So anyways, things like that I can put in here too, just as well. Let's move on now. So I'm going to take the book. I want to hide some information in here. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is the book here, and the record keeping book, and it's wonderful. Now in the front, close to the front, this book was made in 2002. there's a place in here, right here, and you might like to see this, of doll hospitals that you might want to call if you have a doll that you would like to have restored. You don't want to restore yourself, but these are some, and they might still be in business. So they may not, but they might. After the COVID thing, many places kind of went away, so closed up and gone, but if these are in someone's home, they very well could, or on private property, you might be able to still find them. They may not be in a retail place, like a store area, you know, they might be within a home. So you can call them and say, hey, look, I got a doll that needs to be fixed. Do you know of any place? Well, here's some right here. And like I say, it says doll repairs can be tricky, especially the more complicated ones. Your best bet for a doll repair is to seek a doll doctor, a trained professional who can make the necessary repairs to your dolls without the risk of compromising their value. Here is a list of some popular doll doctors to contact, and there you go. So a lot of that stuff is wonderful. And at the back there's even an area for photos, more photos, you know, so you can really get into this and you know, have fun with this book. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. My way at the beginning when I started collecting dolls, I was really adamant about marking everything down and having it all, and I still do, but I'm not as adamant as I was. I've kind of gotten relaxed and lazy, so this book might give me some spark to get going and doing better. So anyways, the next book she sent me was this Fascinating Tin Toys for Girls, 1820 to 1920. A wonderful book about tin toys, and just I want to read this. I'm going to bring this into the house with me. And it's just about tin toys, most of them for doll houses, you know, so that reflect the time. That, look at a little Bo Peep. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, yeah. So I like to read this. And here's a Busy Lizzie wind-up mechanical toy. Isn't that something? So you wind her up and she can clean the floor. Now we just need that in a bigger size so we can do my kitchen floors. There we go. But wonderful stuff. Okay, what was the thing that I found in the bottom of a bag? Well, not in the bottom. It was among the things that Janet sent me. Well, I have over here my Little Kittles Club, and that might be the giveaway right there. Okay, let's see if I can get this to come down a little bit more so you can see this. I think I might just lower this. Let me see if I can get down just a little bit more for you here. Hang on, it's going to be a little jostled here. Oh, there we go. If I can get this to one more, and then we can. There we go. This might be more down to the size of where you're used to. Okay, right there. Isn't right there? Isn't that better? A lot better. I think that's better for you to see. Yeah, this is the Little Kittle House. There it is. Now it opens up. So I'm going to push it back. Open it up, and you can see what's in here. Isn't that fascinating? Just a fascinating little house. It's a clubhouse. And in here I have my Laverne. This is Laverne Kittle. And she came in this necklace. This is not the one, but I have one like this somewhere hidden in the depths of my house, still attached with the strings on it. And she, my mother gave me money for doing chores around the house, and I bought her, and I kept her in good shape. The only thing I lost was the chain. I still had even the little thing at the top here, where it had like, mine had a little steel thing that came up, and I don't know if this one's broke or not, but no, it doesn't look it, no. But anyways, Laverne does come out. We can get Laverne out. My mother told me not to cut the strings or I'd lose the doll. More likely I would have. But she comes out, and there's this little 1 inch, inch and a half doll, and she can go all over the place. Have a swim, go around, come on, lose weight, girl, lose weight. Walk, walk, walk. Sit in the pasture and gaze at the sun, you know, as a nice summer day. Go to bed, go on the loft, go to her dresser and look at all her nice clothes, get herself warmed up by the fire, have something to eat. But she's lonely, she needs somebody. Well, look what I found in the bottom of the bag. A little Kittle Santa. I guess they came out with a few holiday ones. This one here, of course, is the Christmas one. And then there was one for Easter. And there was one, I think, for St. Patrick's Day. Now, there might have been more that maybe I didn't name or whatever. There could be. Maybe it was a Halloween one. I'm not sure. But I know the Santa Claus one was, I've seen this one quite a few times on eBay. But they always wanted an exorbitant amount of money for it. So anyways, what was lurking in the bottom of the bag, or around in the bag of Janet sent me? this wonderful little Santa Claus, little kiddo. And now the little kiddo, she has a friend who's Santa, so she's got to be good. Yeah, no smooching. Mrs. Claus will find out. But anyways, yeah, they can have some fun. She can go up here. There we go. And yeah, it's a nice little clubhouse. Now the only problem with my little house is that this is that cheap plastic, you know. So I might have to do some binding up in here with some clear tape, and so this doesn't keep splitting, you know. But I rarely ever touch this little house. It mainly just collects dust. I do have some more little kittles hiding among in my room there, so I want to find them, get them in here so that they can have more fun in here. They can chase each other around the track. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun making this, and I wanted to give you an update on just the last little things that I found. And yeah, this little Santa Claus means a lot to me. Yes, I never knew there was a Santa Claus, but now I found out. So there we go. So have a great day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. More to come. I'm now going to start sorting out clothes that need to be washed, that are stained and need to be cleaned up. So that's my next thing. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.